Ugly. Swamiji, Paramarthanandaji, Dhyanandaji, it's all, I'm borrowing from them, nothing new. But that's the beauty.
धन्यवादः गुरुजी.
When I first heard it some 20 years ago, 25 years ago, I said, this is it, my dear. Sooner or later, this is going to be our life. Is what I, as a child, I was thinking like that. But it became our life, you know. Yeah, go ahead, Haraj.
Namaste, Mahodaya.
Namaste.
This sloka, Sarvatah Pranipadam, it is quite similar to the first sloka in Narayana Sukta.
Yeah, correct. Sahasrashirsha Purusha.
Purusha Sahasraksha Sahasrapad Sabhumim Vishvato Vrutva Ashtatistat Dashangulam.
Correct. Exactly.
Yeah.
That's it. Sahasrashirsha Purusha. That's what it is.
Yeah. And the second thing.
So now we understand Sahasrashirsha Purusha, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
The second thing I wanted to ask you is easiness. The table is, pot is. This easiness is the existence, right?
Correct. Easiness is existence. Correct.
Okay.
When they say easiness in books,
yeah,
most likely they are referring to existence.
Okay. Okay. Dhanyavada.
That is what? That which makes me say what is existence, easiness.
Okay.
Ramesh, go ahead.
Jaykumarji, I was trying to understand Shunyavada. It's a big topic. Could you please explain it briefly, or what is Shunyavada? I think Buddhism, the one they believe in Shunyavada. Jainism or Buddhism, one of them.
Yeah. So, Shunyam means non-existence. Shunyam is non-existence. And so, Atyantika Shunyam. So, absolute non-existence. And so, that's what the big school of Buddhism. Buddhism, there are many schools. And so, this Shunyavada school is there, which is predominant. I mean, I don't know much about Buddhism schools and all. I've not studied them. Prasad knows a little more than that. And so, there they say, Aham Shunyaha, means I am non-existent. So, it becomes, it is a bit of a stretch because, I mean, never mind that we can disprove that. That's okay. That's different. But so their life is now governed towards figuring this out that I am Shunyaha. And therefore, it's a different philosophy to life. Even though the approach to life can be similar to Vedantis, right? So this Tyaga Bhavana will be there. Okay. So the sannyasa ashrama is important, right? Giving up, very important. So that is why Buddhists, our Dalai Lama says that India is the only country that helped them stay. Everywhere they were persecuted.
Yes.
And so, I don't know where Dalai Lama, Dharmashala, I think is where he is.
Dharmashala.
Headquarters, right?
Tibet.
And so, it is, so yeah, beyond that, I don't know much in terms of their, how they discuss it and things like that. I've not studied any of that. But the key is that Shunyavada. Shunya, Aham Shunya. That's the key. Then that gives rise to
the basic
principle.
It's a very profound vada they put forward to disprove our Vedanta. That's one of the things. That's why the bifurcation, what I understood, Buddhism and then Hinduism came, and then finally they propounded. even though they believe in ahimsa and then all this one, but this is where some differences are there. I was trying to go in depth. Hopefully, I'll find some resource. Thank you.
What I'm finding is, see, if you look at Buddhist lives and if you look at the society in general, the one of the things they do in Buddhism is they initiate young people to sannyas. You know, very young boys will be initiated to sannyas. Okay? Very unique, I found in Vedanta. In the Hindu Sanatana Dharma, they don't do that unless the child is really like that. Okay, like Sankaracharya, some of them are very when young they become sannyasis, but not the norm at all. It's not at all the norm. But in Buddhism, you see a lot of young boys becoming sannyasis in en masse. Okay, I found that to be which has to be done very carefully because you do that you're asking for trouble. You're asking for trouble. That's not psychologically may not be right. But anyway, I'm sure they know how to manage all that. But then ahimsa paramo dharma, for them ahimsa is very important. Okay, like Jains also ahimsa paramo dharma. Jainism is known for that. Okay, that is why these days in the flight you have to ask a Jain meal.
Jain meal, you're right.
So see, I used to struggle with food wherever I go. Dairy product I won't take. I used to have problem. Everything is so. Then when they came up with this Jain meal option, I said, "What is this Jain meal?" Then I said, "This is that's it. That one word Jain is enough, and you get exactly what you want." Yeah, so it used to work for me. So that attitude is well preserved by Jaina Dharma also, and Mahavira brought that out, and Ahimsa Paramo Dharma. But again, interpreting it, so I don't know. I've not had a discussion with Jains on what they think of the war that Arjuna is about to engage. Okay, whether they think of it as Arjuna should not have done it. What do Buddhists think of it? Should not have done it? Should have done it? What? So, if you look at these kinds of situations, then you'll start to see some weaknesses in their philosophy. Philosophy may be great, but then how it applies in society, if you ask, then you will see weaknesses. If it is supposed to a correct philosophy will support society for a long time, very long time, because it will help in spirituality. It should also help in religion and dharma and life and governance and society and all. So I'm finding some weak links. I'm finding some weak links in the dharma and all. Somewhere it will come because it is all give up and walk away, give up and walk away. And then where I'm supposed to fight, I'm told, no, you give up and walk away. To me, that is not acceptable. It's not acceptable. You can't just give up and walk away. Kshatriya dharma is there, and Kshatriya cannot give up and walk away. The same sannyasi who's teaching Vedanta or Swamiji gives the right advice. I've seen all this. He gives advice to people. The way he gives advice, I've seen with my eyes. I've seen. No, you must do what you're doing. Do it better. Yeah, you can come attend my classes. Yeah.
By the way, this one of the greatest book written by Chanakya Arthashastra. He covers a phenomenal every aspect of life, and he is. And then also another it strikes to me is Kannada very popular author S.L. Bhairappa has written a novel. In one of the novel, he does briefly mentions about conflict between Buddhism and Hinduism. In I think name of the novel is like Sartha.
It's Sartha.
Sartha, yes. beautifully is written there.
Very
Thank you,
good.
Jaikandarji.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
really
yeah.
appreciate your insight.
Yeah, so it's good. It's we have to be proud of our heritage, right? We have all these things, and we don't kill each other for it, right?
Yes.
Killing is not allowed because open thinking. You can believe what you want. You analyze it and you figure it out yourself. That is why we're all called
All,
seekers, not believers. I mean, we have to tell these things to children. Believer,
yes, yes.
what's your faith? I told you that example when my this one boss asked me, "What's your faith?" I was shaken a little bit because nobody asked me that question before. What's your faith? And so, nothing wrong in using the word, but for us to understand, we have to seek it. Each is seeking the truth, etc. Good, yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. I really
Anuradhaji.
appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm questioning from yesterday's class, like day before. 2 words, the Anadi Mat Param, and I know that you can break it up in 2 ways, but only one is the right way, according to Shankaracharya. Because Shankaracharya says it will not be a Bahuvrihi. So I know it's not a Bahuvrihi, but then it's Anadi Mat. What? And then Param.
So the question she's asking is this, okay? You take all these grammatical words out, okay? So this mat is a suffix, correct? In Sanskrit, mat is a suffix. Like what? Buddhi mat, buddhiman. One who has buddhi is called buddhiman or buddhimati. Same mat is here also. Anadi mat, correct? So anadi mat means what? Buddhiman. One who has buddhi is buddhiman. Therefore, anadi mat means one who has anadi is called
Brahma.
Anadi mat, correct? Anadi mat. Now, he's saying, let's see, Bahuri Anadi Yasya Asti. Yeah, so he's saying this. If you use that definition, Anadi becomes a property. Anadi mat, one who which has Anadi is called Anadi mat. Okay, Anadi mat. Versus, look at this versus. Keep that in mind. Anadi mat, you understand, right? Now, one which has Anadi is called Anadi mat. Now, Anadi man, in other words. What is the other definition? Take Adi mat. Adi mat. Adi mat is what?
Anadi.
One who Adimat is one who has Adi is called Adimat. It's like Buddhimat. Who has Buddhi is Buddhimat. Therefore, Adimat is one who has Adi is called Adimat. What is Anadimat? Now you put the negative participle and say that which does not have Adi is called Anadimat. Does not have Adi. Aditvam is not there. It's called Adi. So he's saying, put Bahuvrihi for the Adimat and then put the negative particle later on. The A you put later on. That is better, he says. That is how it should be. That is what he's saying. Okay. Okay, he's saying, don't say this thing has Anadi. You say this thing has no Adi. That is better. It is something that has no Aditvam. That is the right definition for Brahma. Like that he's saying. Subtle difference is there. There's a subtle difference.
Yeah, but no, he says the Bahubri one is not right.
Yeah, so that's correct. Bahuvrihi is for the Adi, not for the Anadi. Anadi is Tatpurusha, Nanj Tatpurusha. The
That's what
final
I'm
one,
saying. Yeah.
final one is negative particle. Versus the original definition we gave is Bahuvrihi. Anadimat, Anadihi yasya asti, asya asti iti Anadihi. That is Bahuvrihi. That is Bahuvrihi.
Yeah.
That which has Anadi is called Anadimat. He says that definition is not acceptable. I have to see the exact word, what he says, whether he says it's wrong or not acceptable or is weak or
He
not.
says it's wrong because it means something else.
Correct, correct. It means something else. So you have to
Yeah.
first put Bahuvri for Adi only, and then keeping the A out, un out. Then you put the un to the Bahuvrihi, and that becomes a Tatpurusha Samas. I think that's what he says.
And
Yeah,
also,
Tatpurusha is the right one.
sorry. Also, he says Matup Pratyaya, Matup is what is used, is for
Yeah.
the Shloka Purnartham. It is basically because the Chandas won't come. That's why Matup is added. That's what Shankara says. Yes.
Shankara says that?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay,
Sim-
that's interesting.
It is similar to Bhagavat.
Yeah. So Bhagavan. So Mat and Vat are two things, right?
Yeah.
Mat and Vat. Whenever the noun ends with akara, like bhaga, you have to put vat, like Bhagavan, Gunavan, etc. But if it does not end with akara, like buddhi ends with e, and
Buddhiman.
you can't say buddhivan, you have to say buddhima, buddhiman. Like here, anadiman, anadimat. Okay? Yeah, let me read that bhashan. That's be a good bhashan. I scanned it briefly a few days ago, but I want to read it. It's a pretty big bhashan.
Yeah, for this one, it's a big one. But I know that he is also spending a lot of time of Sat and Asad, the last word, which I cannot pronounce properly. Sat na asaduchyate, the last word.
Yeah.
Yeah. But didn't we learn from Tattva Bodha that Brahman is Sad Asad Vilakshana?
Yeah, so that's so he does he use the word sadasat vilakshanam? I
No,
don't
he
remember.
didn't. He didn't.
But yeah,
But I'm just saying, like, instead of saying like so many pages and all that, we have learned this before, that Brahman is Sadasad Vilakshanam.
that's what he's saying here. That's what he's saying here.
Isn't that what it says here?
Yeah, that is what he's saying here. Same thing. Same thing. Sadasat vilakshanam. Na sat, na asat. That is what it is.
Yeah.
It is
Yeah.
neither sat nor asat. That is the meaning of sadasat vilakshanam. Sadasatbhyam vilakshanam, other than sat and asat.
No, I see he also spends a lot of time explaining this. And so I'm thinking like this is so easy. Like, why are we spending that much? It's
See,
just a
it is like this. It is like somebody tells a joke. If you understand it, it is very easy. If you don't understand the joke, you know what happens? It is so hard. No, I didn't get it. No, didn't you get it? No, I didn't get it. Then it is didn't get it keeps on going. So either you get it or you don't get it sometimes. So if it is so easy, that's good. That's good. It's a good sign, perhaps.
okay.
Thank
Thank you.
That
Thank you.
actually,
Thank
the first line, what she is asking, Atra kechit anadi matparam iti padam chindanti, bahuvrinya yukte arthe matupaha anartakyam anishtam syat iti. That's what
Okay.
objection
Anishtam
comes.
syat. Okay,
Yeah.
Anishtam syat.
Then he goes on to explain it is for the sloka purnartham, to match the chandas. This matup is used.
Okay, but then after that, what does he say?
Says here, Arthavishesham cha darshayanti aham vasudevakya parashaktihi yasya tat matparam iti. Satyam evam. Punaruktam syat artaschet संभवति न तु अर्थः संभवति ब्रह्मणः सर्वविशेष प्रतिषेधेनैव विजिज्ञातपैतत्वात् न सत् त न सद् उच्यते इति विशिष्टशक्तिमत्व प्रदर्शनं विशेषप्रतिषेधश्च इति प्रतिषिद्धम् तस्मात् मतुपः बहुव्रीणा समानार्थत्वेपि प्रयोगः श्लोकपूर्णार्थः.
Okay. Yeah, I need to review that once again.
Yeah, but before that, he's saying Anadimat Adihi Asya Asti Iti Adimat Na Adimat Anadimat.
Okay, so what is his final definition? He's saying na adimat, he says, right? Is that the final definition or?
Anadimat Adihi Asya Asti Iti Adimat. Na Adimat Anadimat.
Correct. That's what.
Yeah.
What I
So
explained
it
is what.
is, yeah.
He's saying put the bahuvrihi for adi, not for anadi.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's
But
exactly.
finally, for our understanding, Brahma is anadi. That's the final essence of all this.
Yeah. Because
Anadi.
when you said Anadi is like who has Anadi, right?
Correct.
But it's not Brahman has Anadi. Brahman is Anadi.
That
So
is why.
that's the question. It came to me, but I just thought maybe I shouldn't ask. But,
So that is what.
okay.
So that's what he's saying there also. He says.
Yeah.
He said Purnarth, this Chanda Purnartham. So Anadi Brahma would have been better. Anadi Mat is you will not hear Anadi Mat anywhere else. And so Shankara says he feels Mat is Loka Purnartham. Very interesting. For Shankara to say that, this is Bhagavan added it because he wants to use the word Anadi, but still there is a gap. There's one syllable gap.
So
What
he
would you put?
Yeah, he always defends Bhagavan. So
Yeah.
Yeah, but I have to say, Jai Kumarji, that you are the one who helped me. Now I can read the Shankara Bhashya, and I'm not saying I understand everything, but I'm quite like now I understand how it's going. Before I thought, what is it talking about? So thank you. Even thank you for that.
Very good. Sarvam Krishna Arpanam. Anything else? Agra vendors always use Mutka. Yeah. Correct. Okay. Mutka. It's called Mutka. All right. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Dhanvantaraye Amrita Kalashahastaya Sarvamaya Vinashanaya Trailokyanataya Shri Mahavishnave Namaha.